All right, so Glenn is just finishing up with care in our office. Now, Glenn, how'd you hear about us?
My son read an article in the Murray paper of his program, and it listed symptoms, and I had all of the symptoms that was listed in the program, and we decided it would be a good program to try and to come over and to have the analogy.
Yeah, okay, the evaluation.
Evaluation,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, good. So after we did the evaluation, we put together a program for you. And he's had some different things, and I'm going to kind of show this. He had a foot injury. I don't know if you can see that real well, but he was a truck driver. There you go. Thanks, Glenn. He was a truck driver, and he had an accident happen where basically his foot got completely crushed. And they thought they were actually going to have to amputate it, and luckily for him, they did some therapies that worked, and it was successful for him. But because of that, he's had some issues with balance, obviously, and then loss of nerve function because of the trauma now. So when he first came in, we had a lot of nerve sensation, right? What were your biggest symptoms?
Biggest symptom was my foot felt like that it was asleep all the time and enlarged. And so when you put it down, you didn't, or used it, it was like your foot's asleep, it's big.
Okay, all right. So we started with care, and he actually started feeling some changes fairly quickly, right?
Yes, it started getting some tingling sensations, starting up at the toe area and sort of moving backwards, and the bigness was moving backwards. So part of the foot was still feeling asleep. The front part of it was loosening up and starting to tingle, and you could feel the movement.
So so there was some things happening. Now along the way, now I'm just going to preface this. He's had a lot of motor issues, motor neuron issues, and so there's still some balance issues going on, and because of lots of strength and muscle tone, and we've been trying to work on that, but we've actually decided to have him do some more physical therapy on the side with that. But along the way, he came up, and what did we start doing about midway through your care? Or actually, probably after about 10 sessions or so, we started doing some low back therapy. So tell us about what happened with that.
That's the greatest thing that's ever happened was the back decompression, because all the back pain that I was having, I don't have it anymore. And I was having it on 2 out of 3 days a week. My back was hurting, and I was on pills, pain pills or whatever.
Yeah. And you haven't taken any pain pills for that for a long time, right?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I'm tickled
See,
to death.
and that was just a care that, you know, the way I look at stuff is if a patient's here and we're taking care of him, and if there's other things we need to do, we'll just throw that in. There was no additional charge. We just did that. But that was worth the whole cost of the program. He's doing tons better with that. So overall, you know, like I said, we haven't gotten the changes as much changes as we would like to. We've probably been able to get a higher percentage than what, you know, realistically, if we knew how bad things were, what they were. But overall, are you happy with what we've done in the office?
Yes, I am. I'm pleased with the program.
And what did you think about the office and how you were treated and everything like that?
I'll give that an A++.
An A++. Wow, we'll take that. Cool.
Yes, you're always very friendly, always very personable, always have time for the patient, and always say hello and goodbye.
Now, Glen's been a great patient. He's been one of our early morning patients, so we appreciate his time and effort. And you know what? He's a classic example of a patient, you know, in the beginning you just don't know how much work can be done, but you'll never know unless you do different things. And so we've been able to help him with multiple things. Like I said, his low back pain is pretty much gone, and he was taking meds every day for that before. And how long's your back been giving you problems for?
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, like I said, he was a truck driver, so he abused his body. Now, the other thing that we talked about is we do some metabolic changes with our patients. We work on their diet and things of that nature, because you can't heal a neuron. If you've watched my videos, you can't heal a neuron if you don't change dietary things. So how much weight have you lost with our program?
I've lost 26 pounds.
So that is awesome. And he worked on the diet really strong, and he was just telling me, so tell me what you were explaining in there about when you eat right versus when you don't eat right.
Okay, when you eat right, when you finish eating, first of all, you can eat all you want. Just eat all you want. And when you get through, you're full, and you feel your stomach doesn't bother you.
Now this is
full.
eating the right
Good
foods.
food.
Yeah.
But when you eat the wrong food, like the other night I had spaghetti, which not a monster proportion, but a good portion. And when I got through eating, I was full. I felt really full, and my stomach was really heavy, and it took an hour for the feeling to go away in my stomach. So there's a big difference.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that he's had happen is we've changed his life, not just with the back pain, but also with the dietary stuff, because now he knows and he understands the importance of eating properly and eating correctly, and how much better he feels when he does that versus when he doesn't. So Glen's been a great patient. We appreciate him doing this video for us, but we appreciate him as a patient, because it's always nice to, you know, when a patient's been around for a few months like he has, because it takes time to get patients well, it's nice to get to know him, and he's been a great patient. It's been fun to have as a patient. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much, Glen.
Thank you for having me. It's been
you
fun.
are very welcome.